So we're going to talk about the SR25, a cymbal mic on a heavy metal guitar cabinet, Marshall cabinet. And this is Zakk Wylde. He plays for Ozzy. He's played for Ozzy for years. Zakk has a very specific sound. And when you're on stage and you're next to Zakk and he's playing with no monitors, nothing, it's just him and his guitar. It's a specific sound. It has a specific texture. It's not for everybody, but this is his vision of the sound of his guitar. So remember, I'm a game changer. I want to change. I don't want to stay stagnant. I'm always searching for something new. The match pair of SR25 showed up. I had an extra pair. What do? I put them on Zakk's guitar. Now remember, in my career, I've had the amazing luxury of working with Eddie Van Halen, Tony Iommi, Billy Gibbons and ZZ Top. The list goes on. Zakk Wylde. I want Tom Morello. These guys, I want to bring their vision of what's happening in front of them to the arena or the stadium or wherever you are joining me to hear the show. So I put the mics up. Nobody really, they had gotten over the fact that I'm changing microphones after we've already been on tour for 3 months. But I'm searching for something better. We do a sound check party every day and everybody's up on stage. It's loose. Zakk's people are up on stage. The guy comes out to the front of house to me one day and he goes, I can't believe, this is a guy that's been with Zakk forever. I can't believe that you have the same sound that I'm standing next to you out at the mixer, because we test his guitar. We test his guitar up on stage, and then his guitar tech comes out and stands right next to me at the mix position, same sound. When you can achieve that, then it's gravy from there, because now you've given them what they want. He is hearing what he hears when he's right up against his guitar cabinets trying to get feedback, and he's with me at the mix position, and all the fans were submerged in his guitar sound. He's thrilled to death. Of course he is. This is what's so important, to capture the artist's dream of what they expect it to sound like. We've moved on to rock guitar miking, and we talked earlier about Zakk Wylde and my use of the SR25 on his guitar. Here I have an SR25 Marshall cabinet, but I've got the speaker out because modern day guitar players like to play with the grill cloth off. So I'm simulating that. The first thing I want to do is find the horizon of this speaker. And we can see the horizon right there. That's the horizon down the middle of the speaker itself. The next thing I want to find is on the horizon, the crease between the dust cover and the cone itself. And it's a little spot that's right there. And guess what? I have my SR25 focused right on that spot. So if I pull this away from the spot, look, I'm maybe 4 inches, 5 inches away from the cone itself with the SR25. This is where you, the user, need to experiment. Depending on the volume of your guitar, you may not want to be this close. You may want to be back here a little bit. If the guitar player plays quiet, you might want to bring your SR25 all the way in right to the cover itself. In this application, I'm about 1 inch or 2 away from the speaker itself. So we're going to continue to talk about the SR25 on Zakk's guitar. It's a stereo guitar rig. Now remember, we talked about earlier that I like to get a guitar sound or a drum sound with no plugins, no EQ, just high pass, low pass. But I did take it a step further with Zakk, and I'm using Rupert Neve analog inserts on Zakk's guitar. So this is the Rupert Neve 500 frame, his compression, his EQ, and that is it. So now remember, I have multiple mics on his guitar. So this is a stereo guitar. So it's kind of 10 and 2 all of the time because it's chorusing and it's always rotating, right? But I still have the 57s on there as well, because those 57s is the comfort zone of every guitar player I've ever worked for. So I use those 57s as solo handles. And I can have different characteristics. So the SR25s are really doing all the heavy labor in the guitar tone. And I'm able to drive that 57 in and out of the mix as I wish. And that's the producer side of me, to be able to bring his guitar to our face and let it drop back so Ozzy sings. And it's that movement of mixing that is so, so wonderful. It's what makes it so much fun. Earthworks SR25. It's a very unassuming little monster, isn't it? Look at it. This is the mic I put on Zakk Wylde's guitar. Heavy metal guitar, less than 2 fingers away from the speaker cabinet. And he doesn't play soft, let's just put it that way. He's not the loudest guitar player. He's not Tony Iommi 125 dB at the mic position kind of guitar. But he's so an amazing little instrument right here. From its clarity of texture and sound quality to world-class design and build, its gain before feedback. There are so many things about these Earthworks microphones that are compelling for you to try. You have to try them. So you saw my basic guitar 101 application for the SR25 on rock Marshall very loud guitar. There's also a number of other workflows you could try with this mic, because this mic is so wonderful. Remember, it was designed not specifically for cymbals, but with cymbals in mind. So we already know the 101 application, which is horizontal guitar miking. However, this mic allows us to do so many other things. One would be dead center on the mic, on the speaker itself, and I want to say 6 inches away from the speaker, or more ambient, so that we're actually out here in front of a very loud guitar rig. All 3 of these applications will work not only on stage, but of course in the studio.